Nice. Okay, so here's the thing. What we were doing, we were testing the logger by checking signature with arity. That's what we were doing.
Right. Let's go here. Um, it was down here, right?
Yeah. So there is a
Um,
point where we're calling the logger multiple times. It's there.
here.
Yeah. So then, um, yeah. So what we are doing, we should be doing, is actually to implement line 179. I think that's still empty body.
Yeah, but this is still to do. Compile signature.
Yeah. So we should do that. That's what we should do.
Mm,
Which, as far as I can tell, this doesn't compile anything. This just adds stuff into the environment.
well, there is a surprising amount of overlap between compilers and interpreters, actually.
Yeah, no, sure. But in this case, we are not generating anything. That's what I meant.
Yeah, we aren't. Okay, so we have the body of the signature.
Oh, yeah, but this is definitely not in the correct position because compile signature will probably call compile because the body of a signature can also have other things such as signatures in there or modules.
Um, Actually, you can't really have a module explicitly in a signature. You can have an abstract module, and you can give a signature to that abstract module, but I don't think you can just inline a module in a signature.
No, 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 no. What I meant to say is that you can have the module directive being mentioned inside the signature directive.
Oh yeah, but it has a different meaning, right? Because it just means, okay, for a module to satisfy the signature, it must have a nested module of some kind with
Yeah.
a particular name.
Yeah, but let's go by steps. What is the first thing we should do? We should.
Actually, we should convert this body into a better form because here's the problem. This is just a list of clauses,
Yeah,
right?
actually, we already have the type. We already created the final type of this, so we should actually just translate it now. You're right.
Yeah, this is what we were doing earlier, I think.
Yeah, so we should definitely just do that.
Um, okay, so we can have a plain signature. Actually, yeah, we have to populate this environment here, except, yeah, we need to construct a plain signature, basically.
Yeah, a plain signature.
And, and the plain signature may contain other nested signatures as well.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. We should do that.
Okay, so we are going to actually, first of all, we should check if there's already something with this name in the environment, right?
Yeah, because that would be an error, right?
That would be an error.
Well,
So,
actually, not really. It depends because files can be modules, which means that it has the same name, but it's inside a different file. That's fine.
oh no, this compile signature is only for compiling a single signature. You can't have a single signature spread over multiple files.
No, 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 no. But we need to check if this name is already identifiable via in the environment, right?
Yes.
This environment is per module, right?
Well, yes, it is.
So, oh, it's per module. So never mind what I said.
Okay, so we have the compiler. We should have.
Yeah, you can deconstruct that on 160 to grab the environment out of it.
Oops. Let's do env underscore and let's
Yeah,
give it a name.
yeah, that's fine. Awesome.
Uh, oh, my headset cut off for a second.
Okay. Now we need to do a lookup. So I already forgot the API. So let me look at it. So we are using, what are we using? Bet map string, right?
Unused variable env module t. Let's do a done build here actually before. Okay. Let uh,
Okay, so it's find opt, definitely.
find opt. Okay, so
Match.
let match.
Um, that's gonna be annoying, but it's essentially bet map dot string dot find opt, which probably means we should open bet map dot string in this scope.
You give the string first, so name env. Wait, env is not. This is a module. So actually, if this is a module, that means. Hmm. Actually, no. This is fine. This is completely fine. Is
Ah,
it?
no, but this is a pair. This is a pair of tuples. We need to petamesh the env to get the pair, the member of the pair that we care about.
Okay. This has. I'm pretty sure this has.
We need to see, yeah, we need to see the definition of module T. Module T
Here.
is a tuple that has a comp time entity and a betmap string, which probably is what we want right now,
It is.
and a predicate pool, or a predicate map, I should say. But this is not
Okay.
a
Let's.
predicate, we're checking for signatures.
Yeah.
I believe you can deconstruct, yeah, up there already. You need to do env equals though, probably.
Yeah. Actually, yes. We don't care about that. Module env. And then with.
Yeah, so this returns you an option. So none and some.
Oh, it's none.
Yeah. So in the case of none, this is actually fine. So you can just put a unit for, oh, just return the compiler for now, just so it builds. And then if it's some, then we need to, ooh, that's tricky. That's actually pretty tricky. So here's my proposal, actually.
Mm,
It would be very nice if we have the location of the first one. So we can say that you have multiple definitions in location that we're receiving as an argument in 159 and the location of the one that we already put it in there. So that would be
okay.
very nice.
In that case, we should probably let's
That was
go.
weird. Okay.
Yeah, this jumped into the batmap
Ah,
MLI.
okay. Okay. You need to go to the module T type, essentially.
Okay, module T.
Yeah, so this is a bat string.
It's a comp time entity, which in this case is going to be a module or a signature, right?
Man, can we not do the pair trick on 26 and just make that a record?
Okay.
Because like this is a complicated type, and I think I'm against the idea of having complicated types for model mod mod using modeling of a tuple. Okay, so here's my proposal. We can either put the location of the first one as part of the key in the betmap, and we stop using betmap strings, or we put the value as a pair containing the location.
We shouldn't put the location in the key, Lemos.
Sure. So then we should put comp time entity with location, which is very good because we have location dot with location, right? So just use parentheses and you got it. Yeah, pretty much. And now the constructor is probably wrong in the initialize. But well, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, we need to put the records things in there. So like curly braces and keys and stuff like that.
Okay, so modules equals, and then predicates equals. There we go. Uh, okay, and then compile.
And probably the pattern, the destructuring now is fucked. Yeah, because it's not a pair anymore on 162.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, you need to do just modules, right? You call this module env. Just do modules.
Hmm.
Yeah, there we go. Actually, I'm very glad the logger doesn't kill the program because we can just call the logger twice and say, hey, the first definition was here, and you're trying to redefine it in here. Awesome.
Yeah, that's what you get when you don't entangle things that are not related.
Yeah, but I told you, right, that I was kind of in doubt if I should have done that.
Well, now you know. You, in fact, shouldn't have, and you didn't. So congratulations.
Yeah, I'm very happy about that. Anyway, just do that. So we don't need the signature at all. No, 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 you don't need that. The location that we are. Oh no, you do. Sorry, sorry, sorry. You
It's
do.
in here, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So now you do. Well, I don't know which order we prefer. Do we want to say the attempted one first or the original one first? I don't know.
Uh, I think we should do the attempted one first. We should say error when trying to define whatever. There's already a signature with this name over here.
Yeah. So that
Something
let
like that.
yeah, let's do that then. So logger dot error. That's it.
Okay, logger.error.
Location now.
Uh,
So you want yeah attempted first and then the message.
actually, the attempted is just lock.
Yeah, sorry, that's true. And then you need to put the error message.
And then the error message.
And then the next one, which is also logger error, but using the existing location instead, and which should have another different error.
Failed to define signature. Um, there's already a def module or signature with the same name.
No, not a module, just signature in this case.
Oh, it can be a module as well, actually.
Ah, no, you're right. Don't forget to exit with 1 instead of returning the compiler. Yeah. I don't think
Is
you
this
need. No, you don't need a semicolon. Yeah.
right?
Awesome. This is great. Again, man, the way that the logger works is almost like we know what we're doing. Again, the same joke all the time.
Let me flip this actually.
Yeah. Okay, now we can do the none case, which the first thing we should do is to add it into the environment, right?
We should do that, yes, but also we should probably
Oh, we should add at the
actually
end
what?
only, because now we don't know if the internal content is good, right?
Yeah, we need to do that first, actually.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Cool. So, very nice. Let's do that.
Okay, so first of all, we should iterate over the body, and we need to basically parse it into the type that we have defined here, right?
Yeah, we need to do a transformation.
So let's see. We need to do. Let me open this side by side just so I have a visual reference. And this can go away. And this can go. And this can stay commented actually. This. There we go. Right. So, okay, we need to do something like um, well, we need to do a fold.
Fold.
I know
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah. I was
list
about to say this
fold
is a fold.
left. Then we need to do something. Actually, let's put this here.
Yeah.
Let step. This takes the accumulator first, right?
I believe I don't. Man, I always don't forget. I always forget. Let me check the fold left LSP should tell you, but I will look at the here. Yeah, accumulator first. Just found it.
And then what are we trying to build? We're trying to build a map that we're going to put inside of signature value.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, we need to do this basically, a plain signature. We need to do a plain signature, which means actually we need to accumulate a pair of maps. And I guess if we're going to do this, we should be consistent and say modules, predicates.
Yeah, I agree with that. There's probably something wrong in the file. That's why it's not formatting.
Okay. Um,
It's gonna format automatically after we fix the problem. Yeah, this is
oh,
the problem.
this.
Body.
So, well, it's here. We need to do body and we need to do something.
The initial accumulator is whatever is already in the compiler.
It's whatever. Actually, no, we need to construct a new. We need to construct. But we do need to pass the compiler along, don't we? Because we need to do a nested compilation.
No. But we have closures. That's fine. We don't need to pass the compiler inside the fold. We already have access to it from the outside. That's fine. But I think we should fold over which with already is inside the compiler environment.
We're not going to do the compiler here, though. We're going to do something slightly smaller. We're going to do uh, going to do a modules equals batmap empty.
Wait, what is this supposed to be? Another compiler?
No, this is supposed to be
An
the
environment.
signature. Well, yeah, the signature environment that we're going to add to the surrounding environment of the compiler.
No. Okay, so we are essentially building closures to our language now. Okay. This is a separate environment, internal
We need
environment.
the modules, and we also need
The
the what's
predicates.
the other thing? Predicates
Yeah, but
equals.
that's not gonna work because it's batmap.string.empty for the first. And depending on which predicates type is this is not gonna work because I think predicates is a set, not a map, depending on which one you're using.
Compiled sig equals in. What's the problem?
I think it's the types.
Expecting.
I think it's getting confused about the type. So, which predicates modules record you're specifically targeting in this one?
Oh, I forgot an in here.
Yeah, so I think empty is wrong because this is a set, not a map. But it depends on which predicates you're trying to use. One of them is a map and the other one is a set. So we have to check it out.
But this is a signature, so it should be a set actually.
I don't remember how we're supposed to do that then.
Um, Well,
Okay, can you go up?
eventually,
Can you go up to the signature just for me to see the type? Yeah, there we go. So plain signature. This is a set of. Are you sure you cannot just do set.empty? No.
you should be able to.
What do you have in LSP there?
Oh, I think it's inferring the wrong type here.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's why.
it's thinking this is a module, not a signature. So we need to do something like this at the end, right? We need to do compiler with
Env
env
equals.
equals env with um, this is gonna be kind of ugly
Yeah,
if you just do it in line.
we need update in, right?
Essentially, yeah.
So how do you do that in OCaml?
Modules equals, and then I need to do map dot string dot add, right?
Uh,
Name, and then we do plain
that should be a yeah,
signature,
but this should be in a let. Come on.
plain signature of compiled sig. Okay, what's the problem? Unbound value env, of course.
Actually, we need either update n or Haskell lenses. Yep,
Okay, what's the
using
problem
lenses, yeah.
here?
But yeah,
Okay, what's the problem here? Takes a string, takes a value, takes a map, returns a map. So what's the issue?
yeah. So let me. Yeah. Maybe the error message there is not great.
Oh, it's because we need to add location. Okay.
Yeah, we should inherit the location most probably from somewhere. Oh, they attempted right on 164.
This is a type. We have add lock, right?
Yeah,
Lock. What's the problem?
it's
It is applied
location.
to too many arguments.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. What is the type signature of add lock? It's the type and then it's the value with the type A, then the location. Sure. What is the new error now? Okay, this expression has type. Okay, no, go back. The error was there.
Oh, actually, this is backwards. This should be here, actually.
Ah, makes more sense.
Um, this form is not allowed as the type of the inline's record could escape. What the heck?
Wait, what? No, that doesn't make any
Um,
sense, man. No.
that's not
That's wrong. That's wrong.
that's not it. Actually,
Just put the type signature on 175, man. It should do the trick.
the problem is that this is an anonymous type.
Ah, this
Uh,
is an anonymous record. Well, just make a signature T then. Who cares?
well, I guess I can do. Well, I can do the next best thing actually. If I do this and I put the plain signature around the fold, this should force the type to be correct, right?
You probably are missing parentheses or at somewhere. You need to put parentheses around the list fold, the fold left, I believe. Yeah. So now we can see better the problem now. Uh,
This constructor expects an inline record argument.
Wait, you cannot in a fold construct an anonymous record? Really? Well, but I guess that makes sense, right? Because OCaml types are nominal, not structural. So they don't know how to handle this
That
by itself.
that sh hmm, that shouldn't matter if the type can be inferred from the function here, which means, I guess,
Just make an alias, man. Just make a type for this signature T thing instead of being anonymous. This is gonna be a
uh,
type when we refactor this later anyway, because we're gonna refactor all of this. This is just like to get things going. Um, and there are lenses for OCaml, yes. There are lenses, man. And it looks disgusting, but they exist.
where
Oh,
did
but
we put the width location? It's in the environment, right?
the width location we put on line 26. When
Yeah,
we should do the same probably.
we should probably do the same. Location.
Okay, so camel lenses, but this was a draft, so maybe now there is better lenses. So there is this and this. 57 stars. Damn. Wow. Wow, the Jane Street one is actually not that much better, only 61 stars. Man, OCaml people really hate what Haskell people like to use, huh?
But why?
Why what?
Why do OCaml people hate what Haskell people like to use?
Well, because they hate Haskell people, usually, and Haskell as well.
So what?
No. If they hate it, they don't want to use the same things as the people that they hate use.
That does not follow. You
And
can
to
hate the person, but still like the same things that the person likes.
no. It's not a personal hatred. It's more like because they see most of the Haskell decisions as ideological, right? So and to some extent, some of them actually are. And the lenses debate is actually a debate. Like not every Haskeller likes them, even though everybody suffers from the problem of nested records.
Well, there's an easy solution for that, actually.
Tell
Just
me.
don't use nested records.
Just flatten the shit out of it.
Yeah, that's actually great.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna investigate how if I can make the 184 all the way to 192 looks better because it looks ugly as fuck. Um, anyway, so let's make the step function now. I think that's what we need to do.
Uh, Actually, do we need signature here? Or rather, the location here. We probably do, right? Because we need to check for name collisions in the compiled signature as well.
Why?
Hmm. Actually, I guess we don't. We can deal with that using recursion. Never mind.
Yeah. So I think that's fine. So let's just make the step function now. I think that's better.
Okay, so we have this next, which is in fact the clause T. Let's give it an actual explicit type. st clause T.
Yeah, we will probably now need to match on it because this can be many things.
Okay, let's see. Match next with
So okay, so let's do the errors first. Can you put the type on the right buffer, please?
the type.
Yeah, ast.clause.t, so we can see. There we go. Yeah, it's basically base with location. Okay, so this actually is pretty easy. If it's a query, this is wrong.
Why?
Well, actually, that's a debate. Are we gonna we're going back to this debate from before? Are we gonna allow queries per module?
Why not? If a top level, if you can put a query at the top level of a file, and a file can be a module, then it follows that you should allow a query in a module.
Okay, but what happens if you have nested modules with queries inside them? You're gonna do conjunction on all of them?
You would have to pick a module and use the query from that module as your entry point.
No. But that from a REPL's perspective, right? What if you are just compiling the program and you want to run it?
You have to say which module you are going to use the query from. It's like a query is like your main function, essentially.
Yeah, but we are in a language that allows you to spread the main function throughout multiple places because we do conjunction
Well,
for you.
no, not spread. You can have multiple main functions in different modules. That's the analogy.
Mm, multiple main functions in different modules. That sounds confusing, and I don't know if that's useful.
No. I mean, like, let's let's pick Java. Why not? You can have a main method in your main class, which is the entry point for your entire program, and that will be called as the entry point, right?
Yeah, but there is a
If you have,
default expectation on that, right?
well, no, actually, because when you run Java, like the command line, you have to specify, I want to run the main method of this class, you see?
No, I thought there was already at least a convention on where that should live.
Well, that depends, right? Because you will structure your namespaces depending on the project needs. So the build system doesn't have a way to know of that ahead of time. Actually, in Zig, it's also the same thing, right? You have to pick the root module of your program, and it calls the main from that module only.
Okay, and we're gonna have the same kind of system when we make the project directive, right? You can also specify which query you want to be your default query, and you may only want the other queries in the REPL, for example.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe you want to say, okay, I want to call this query from that module in the REPL interactive. But if I compile the program and want to build an executable, I'm not going to call that query, so it shouldn't be part of the final code necessarily. Or it could be if it's easier to do it, but in principle, it could not be there.
well, I like the idea of being there because then you can have a single executable that also provides you interactability, right? So you can already load it into a Erlang REPL and interact with the other queries from there. Well, in this case, Karuta REPL because there won't be a way syntactically to have the Erlang REPL. We already discussed this before anyway. Okay, so there's no catch-all in here.
There isn't, and there shouldn't be, but uh, this is whatever. Okay, so this is actually we need to do in fact next.content here.
Yeah. Um,
Okay. If
you,
it's a multi-declaration,
that's not gonna work because you're gonna have to do ast.clause.multideclaration. I recommend you to do a let open inside the scope of the step function.
why? We have the type annotation here.
Is that gonna work as you said? I would be surprised if that actually works.
It does, see?
Oh, I didn't know that. So it can also use the type inference to do that. I didn't know. Nice. That's a nice touch.
Um, okay, if it's a multi-declaration, we need to check a few things. We need to check if
All the arguments are underscores.
all the arguments are underscores, and we also need to check if there's only one clause in the multi-declaration, right?
Yes. That can be done with a guard. But probably, yeah, we can do multiple checks because we can make more granular errors, more like better errors.
Yeah, okay, so we need to check that there's a head. We need to check that the body in the decal is empty, and we need to check that there are no additional decals.
Yeah, pretty much. And each one of those cases should be a separate error message.
Okay, so multi-declaration of um, head, and if we have body equals empty list, and we have an empty list, and this needs to be in parentheses. This is the happy path, okay?
Yeah. No. We still have to check for about the underscores.
The head actually doesn't have names anymore at this point.
Oh, but then we are fucked, right?
Right, this is kind of a problem, isn't it? Because we get rid of the argument list during the pre-processing.
Okay, so lesson for future us. We should keep, when we change something from the original program, you may need it in a future phase, so you should keep it.
Mm. Oh, actually, I know. This means, in fact, that the body will not be empty, but will instead have a bunch of discards, right? Ideally.
Yes, actually that's true. Well, that's such a hack, man. Awesome.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
gonna be a bunch of calls to
to
EQ,
discard.
essentially.
Yeah. Uh,
Actually, we're not treating the discard case especially, are we?
I don't think so.
Compile multi-declaration.
Is that a problem?
Not necessarily, but we may want to.
No, but we are not. I would. I was driving that session when we made that, and we are not treating the discard especially, as far as I remember.
Declare single function declaration. Wait. Compile multi-declaration. Oh, we're gonna do this later only, actually. Okay, we call compile. We take clause list. Okay, yeah, no, at this point we don't have. Okay.
Okay, but here's the thing. What is easier? To check on the equals on the discard or actually go back to the preprocessor and keep the original names?
Actually, it's easier to just ignore it.
But that's wrong.
Uh, well, yes, actually.
And yes, usually doing what's wrong it's easier. I agree.
Declaration bodies. Uh,
So we would have to change the AST back to what it was. Well, not to what it was, but we would have to change it to keep the names. And how easy would that be?
mm, this is a parser clause. This is still parser clause. This is still parser
I think it's
clauses.
the rename declaration function, man.
Multi-mapper. If it's a declaration, yeah, we do the rename declaration here.
Yeah, and then we do the rename arg. Man, isn't it easy to just have a list of strings on line 22? On line 22 of the right buffer.
A list of strings.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, technically we can. Technically we can. Karuta equal. Hmm. I mean, I guess we can actually. Let's do that. Let's do that. Um,
Yeah, so go on line 22 and put like original names or something. Original arg names or whatever. 22 of the right one, not the left one.
Actually, it doesn't quite work because there can be multiple names for the same argument in different decals.
Um, um, Actually, that's true, right? Because before we exploited the fact that we did only needed the name and the arity for all of them, and now we are going back to. Wow, that's such a karma right now. Because we are literally being like, if we want to save. Well, there's also the option of just inspecting the EQs, right? We
How hard would that be, actually?
Because we know that on the EQ that the original name is on the right side of the EQ. So we could, in theory, inspect the EQs by hand, checking if the right side is always underscore.
Yeah, we can totally do that, actually.
But I don't know if that's a good decision, because here's the thing. There is a difference between admitting that you made a mistake and backtracking and fixing it than trying to like get around your mistake to try to patch it for your current need. What's the case for this one? Did we make a
Mm,
mistake and we should backtrack? Or are we trying to patch it now to not have to undo what we did with the inspection of the EQs?
uh, I mean, technically, we only need to do this for the sake of signature checking, right? In fact,
But in the
we.
future, when we have types, those names instead of underscore will be types, right? So think about future proofing this. What would you do if you know that in the future those underscores will be types?
Mm,
Because the types will also be on the EQ, given the current implementation. But that seems wrong, man. Having to inspect the EQ to have the type.
hmm.
That feels wrong. It feels like a hack.
I guess. I guess. Let me think for a second. We should. Hmm.
Yeah, we know that Karuta will be statically typed at one point. So we know that types will be there, type annotations. So what should we do to keep the refactoring of the future being less painful?
Well, I think the way to go is to add a field to the decal saying what are the original arg names here.
Add a field to the decal.
We can't add it to the head because you may have different arg names in different bodies, right?
Yeah,
But if you attach it to the body, and it's a good thing that we made this a record earlier because now we can just add a new field here.
exactly. That's why tuples are bad, man. Like, actually, I should take that back. Tuples are great for temporary grouping. So if you have a function that will return the argument, two outcomes, two results to another function, and that's the lifetime of the tuple, then you should use a tuple. That's my opinion. If you have something that is anything more involved than that, and some people actually may count how many lifetimes. Okay, so two function calls, three function calls. For me, it's more like two function call tops.
What should we put here actually? This should be a list of expressions, no?
It should not be a list of expressions. No, it should be a list of expressions because it either may be a declaration with an implementation or something with an atom. because then it's a type, it's a future type signature, not right now an underscore. So it should be a list of expressions, yes. Okay, but now just try to compile because now probably it's gonna break the shit out of it. And the compiler will tell us how wrong we are. It's not gonna break here, man. It's gonna break in the preprocessor first. It's already wrong on line 40. Awesome.
Oh, but this is easy. We just do elements here.
Is that true?
It is.
Yeah, surprisingly. Yeah, now we are in the compiler territory.
Actually, we don't care about the body in this case, do we?
Actually, that's actually pretty interesting. We do care about the body, right? Because if you have because here's the thing, everybody will have a body given the preprocessor, right?
Right.
Even facts. So that means that the body needs to be greater than the amount of the length of the body in terms of predicate calls needs to
Needs to
be,
be equal to the arity.
yeah, if it's equal to the arity, then that it's a fact. If it's more than that, then we should error because means that in a signature you're trying to have a declaration, not a fact, right?
Right.
And there should only be facts in the signature on terms of the predicates.
When list length of the body is equal to head dot arity.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So if that's true, and the original arg list is a bunch of underscores now, then you are fine.
We can check that here as well, actually.
Yeah, but we probably should make a separate function just to check for that because it's gonna be huge in being inlined like this.
Let all underscores.
Yeah, but I think there is a for all. Let me check the list module. For all. For all. Yeah, there is a for all.
I don't think
Nice.
that's what we want, though.
I think it is because it picks a list of something in a predicate function lambda, and it gives you the information if all of them are fulfilling it.
Okay.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is this a variable or a functor, an underscore?
Uh, it's not a variable. Well, actually, it is a variable. In fact, it should. Actually, do we have a special case for that? I don't
No.
think we do we?
Well, you can go to the lecture and check that out for now. So there we go. Oh, it's an ident. Oh, actually, it can be both. I don't know if you should allow that actually.
No, an upper ident can only start with an upper letter, actually.
Yeah, so in that case, it's ident then. So it's a functor.
That's fair enough, I guess.
That's kind of cringe, but okay. We can change that when we make our own parser later. Yeah, so now it needs to come a lambda that receives the type of the collection and returns a boolean.
Okay, this will take. This is a function that takes a list. It takes an AST expr list to bool.
I have a question.
Okay.
can you, instead of fun, can you put function in there and and this serves as a lambda with pattern matching? Does that work?
I don't know
And
actually.
then you can break the line. Actually, break the line before that. It's already crazy, crazy bad. You need to put the collection there as well.
I need to put a collection. Why?
Ah, I know what you're doing. No. This makes sense. This makes sense. Uh, yeah, let's just do it. Let's see if it works, and then it's gonna auto format itself. So write function, and then immediately a pipe. I want to know if this
Uh,
works.
hmm. Okay, let's. There we go. Okay, so function.
Function, pipe, and now you start the sequence of matches, right? Because an ast.xpr.t, uh, but in this case you want to remove the location, right? To do the pattern matching. That kind of sucks. Because to use function, you're gonna actually have to do the pattern matching with the content. You see what I mean?
I mean, we can do fun dot
Compose,
compose,
awesome. I love it. And then we
and
do
then we need
location,
to
strip location.
do
Yeah, and now we can
this.
start that. So then it's what are our available expressions?
It's let's see.
There we go.
Here we go.
So it's base essentially. So the only one that we care is a functor. Everything else is false.
Functor, and it needs to be
Open curly brace, right? Yeah, that. So
name equals
equals
underscore.
column elements. Yeah, that arity equals. Well, having both is kind of redundant, but I like it to be sure. And then the other catch-all is false. Yeah, that did work. Awesome.
Okay, what's the problem? Unbound constructor. Well, there we go.
Awesome. Now you can use it in the pattern matching of the multi-declaration on line 188. All underscores.
I think that we need to do this, no?
Um, I don't remember actually. Let me see guards here in OCaml. Camel. Uh, is that how you do that?
I think this is back.
Multiple.
I don't want it to be backwards though.
I'm looking at the examples. Oh, it's actually not written end. That's actually, yeah, that's Erlang and Zig. That's not this language.
It's double ends then.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is the very happy case. But man, that's going to be awesome. If not all the names, this is our first warning. If not all of the names are underscores, we should do the same thing, but we should give you a warning saying that types are not supported yet, so it's going to be ignored.
Okay.
No, that was correct. Just do the
Mm.
same pattern matching and remove the all underscores, right?
The problem is that if we just do that, we're gonna have to duplicate. Well, actually, we don't have to duplicate the body necessarily. I guess that works.
But that's awesome. We have our
Oops.
first case of warning. We don't need
Yeah,
that
we can
anymore.
ignore.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need this. They have to be the other way around, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh, then we have to do. We
Logger
have to
dot
do
warning. Same thing. The
uh,
API is always the same, man.
lock.
This is awesome. Um,
We should probably make a helper function up here then.
yeah.
Let um,
Happy case. Happy step.
happy step. Oh,
It's the truth.
We can do it. We can do it here actually.
Yeah.
Let predicate happy case equals. We need to grab some things, I guess.
Yeah, we have to grab many things probably, yeah.
We're gonna need the head, and we're going to need just the head actually. No.
Just yeah, the head actually, and the accumulator in this case.
We don't need the accumulator because this is a closure.
Ah, this is a closure. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Man, I think I just did a magnum opus right now.
Yeah, as the blog post.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
Predicate happy case head.
And the same thing down there. Let's put the warning message for the user. So types are not supported yet. Ignoring um, ignoring names. How would you say that? I don't know.
Just say ignoring.
No, no,
Why
no. But
not?
that's wrong. We're not ignoring the what you did. We're ignoring only the names.
Ignoring argument types.
Yeah, sure.
Uh, okay, what's the happy case when we have a predicate? That's okay.
We need to pull. We need to put you in a predicate pool, right? Because you are defining a predicate. Everything is right with it. So we just need to put that in the predicate set, right? That we have inside the accumulator in this case.
Yeah, let me actually say AST clause head.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, this in fact is have a name and a narrative, which is exactly what we need.
Yeah, so let's just put that in the predicates because remember that you put empty predicates on 202.
This is a set of predicate names, and a predicate name is a pair actually. Should we maybe
Not use that. Yeah, I like that idea.
compiled signature, predicate name?
Can't we just use head then? Like head right now is inside the expression module. Can't we just make it global? Because then everybody, yeah, can you do that
Uh,
actually? Yeah, that doesn't, yeah,
Actually,
that doesn't sound like it should be doable. Yeah, you are deriving the thing.
okay, what's the problem here?
Modules do not
Oh,
match.
okay. In that case, clause F. Let's go to clause F here. Head. Where is head? Head. Deriving show and ord instead.
Why the fuck do we need order, man? That's weird.
We needed to use it as a key in a map or a
Ah,
set.
okay, that makes sense then. Okay, so
Is this how
now
you do it?
put
Or is
the
it... Do we need
put
to
it.
put a comma when you derive multiple things?
I have no idea. He's not complaining about it though. I think that's fine. Yeah, but now we need to go back. Yeah, we need to put the thing back on where it was. Yeah. So the predicate name on line. Oh, actually, no, you're right. That should have worked. Mods is not match. Signature blah 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 is not included in beta interfaces or the type. The value compare is required but not provided. Hmm. How do you do multiple derivings?
I think we had an example of that somewhere. Oh,
I
you do need commas, okay.
That still doesn't work.
That still doesn't work. Why not?
Can you go up there? Let me see a thing. Where are we using that? Line 9, right? Wait,
Line
line
9.
9? That's in the compiler, man. You're looking in the wrong thing. Yeah, you're looking in the wrong thing, man. Yeah.
No, it's because of this. Oh, do we have to do it here as well?
Maybe.
Maybe not.
It was like that before.
Hmm.
Why that doesn't work?
Unbound value compare predicate name.
Put it in there as well. No, yeah, but yeah, put it in there. Oh. Okay,
Okay,
what's
what's the problem
okay now?
here?
Could you try to run the compiler so we can have a more full error message, perhaps?
It's the same error message.
Unbound value ast.clause.compare head. But you did put that on the head of it.
String inarity.
And this is you're sure this is inside clause, right? You're not in the wrong module.
I'm not. In fact, I think I can move this here. This is in fact not recursive. Does that help?
Yeah, it actually changed the error. Actually, that did help. So now the compiler line 21 is fucked up. Remove on line 9 as well. Oh, you actually do need in both of them. This expression has this type, but this expression was expecting of this other type.
To seek functors.
Why
To
that
seek
broke?
functors. Functors is a functor map. Oh, it's because this is a... Yeah, this needs to be
A record.
a record. Name arity.
What's the problem there? Oh, maybe it doesn't know the type, right? And no, it's the name. The name is the problem. What's the problem on name?
Wow.
Unused, unbound record field name. Yeah, it doesn't know where this is coming from. I think we need to do ast.clause.name, perhaps. Or put the type of notation. So like column ast.clause.head.
There we go. Problem solved.
Does this compile? Yeah. Damn. It does. Awesome. Okay, so what do we need to do? We
Well,
need
this is
to
a predicate name, which means we just need to now add it to the... This kind of sucks because... Okay, this is in fact a... This is in fact the same type as the
202.
202.
That whatever that type is, that's what the accumulator is. And I think we already have a type. This is nominal, right? So we just need to remember the name. I think it's what, compiled signature or something that you call it. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, this is a compiled signature, which means fact.
There is predicates in there, which there is.
With predicates equal, oops.
No, you can deconstruct the predicates on 185, so it's a little bit
Set
easier.
add head to ack.predicates. This is
Awesome.
basically it, right?
Yeah, I believe so. You're like a bunch of hoops, but necessary hoops to check all of the things. Um, and now we're just it just works. Like we can this is already compiled, so let's just go to the example and see if this works. Right?
Okay, this is in
Modules.
here, right?
Yeah, so
And
that
this is
line actually,
not.
this already should do something. Let's see. Oh, and before that, put another predicate on line 4 of the example.
Um, happy case. And then we do. Let that show here as well. Why not?
Sure. It's 180 something, yeah.
Show predicate name head.
I think you need a parenthesis or at or whatever. Yeah, you need at there, but you also yeah, the other is optional. Okay, now before you run it, though, go to the example and before the cons, put I don't know blah, and then whatever and like functor, a name, put a name in there, whatever. Yes. Now you run the program.
Dune, exec, Karuta, compile, examples, modules.
Oh, unexpected char underscore. So that's a syntax error.
Is that a syntax error? Yes, it is actually.
But I thought we read that in the parser, in the Elixir actually, an indent can have the thing. Oh, this is the catch-all. Awesome. But man, I thought that would be fine with the definition of indents that we have. Am I crazy?
Ah, it's because we can't have an underscore as the first character, actually.
Ah. Okay. So here's the question: are we gonna change that? Actually, now that we are talking about changing it, what this should be? Should it be a functor actually, or should it be a variable?
Ideally, actually, um, that's a good question. We don't have a special case for the discards, right?
Not on the OCaml. And I think we also already lost that in the Erlang.
Right.
We had at some
In that,
point when we were doing the runtime, the runtime, the original runtime we had, but now we don't.
in that case, actually,
It doesn't really matter for us at this moment if it's a variable or a functor. It's just changing the pattern matching in a line there. Oh, we're gonna make it a
let's do this.
variable.
Let's do this.
Are you sure it's question mark and not a pipe?
Unexpected char. Wait, does it not support? Does it not support optional?
Oh, it does. Line 28.
So why not here?
Are we crazy? It's saying unexpected char, but you just literally just added that there. I wonder if you need to do grouping, man. I think we do. Maybe you need to put brackets on 27. Brackets surrounding the up. No. Surrounding upper letter onwards. No, that also should work, I guess. No, it doesn't.
Nope, apparently. Hmm.
Interesting. Mm,
Well, we can desugar this, and this should work.
oh, but that's kind of dumb. But no, if it works.
But it
Oh,
doesn't,
yeah, the desugar
apparently.
version is also still the same. Okay, so we are trying to force it to be to allow underscore to be a variable. Ah, the way that it's written, you must have an underscore optionally, but if it comes, you must have an upper letter immediately afterwards.
Ah, that's a problem then.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
that's definitely not that is. Yeah, we need to put a pipe, man. I think we need to put a pipe somewhere.
Here.
Um, I think we
Okay, that's
need.
too much probably.
Sure, why not? I think that's fine. Yeah, why not? Try to run that. Oh, damn, the location is very wrong. And why is it saying twice?
Oh, it's because we changed the pattern matching actually.
Yeah, we need to change for variable, not functor, on line 181, 180 actually.
Yeah, this is not
Variable,
a functor, this is in
variable,
fact a variable.
and then it's only underscore. None of all of that shit. Yeah, try to run that now. It should still be wrong because the location is fucked, but it should at least display only one. Awesome. Let's change that. So we're using the wrong location apparently. So can you scroll down there a little bit? Yeah, there we go. Oh, I found it. 197, it's next.lock. Try to run that. Man, awesome.
Yeah, there we go.
I think we can do even better here. But no, actually, yeah, no, never mind. Because we have the location of the internal elements of the functor, right? We could actually use those, but if you have many of them, that's going to be annoying. So just let it all be the functor itself. Yeah, but you have a warning saying that types are not supported yet, ignoring argument types, and then we have two happy cases, which is exactly what we expect, right? Because it's
It
the
is,
blah
in
and then it's
fact.
cons. Awesome. Okay, so in theory, wait. Mm, oh, we're not doing anything about anything else, so we're not actually reaching. We're just passing the compiler around because of line 200. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now we only have two. No, actually, that's not true. Okay, put a to do in the code. We're not going to do this now, but there should be treatment. Actually, you can do this right now. This is very easy. Just do another pattern matching on multi-declaration. And if you, the multi-declaration,
We need to check if the head is already there. Actually, no, because the multi-declaration is gonna be grouped. So actually, this is yeah. We need to add a case for which is an error case
Yeah,
actually.
if you have a body, if you put a body there by mistake. So ignore the head, ignore the second thing as well. Actually, ignore everything because if you reached this, you definitely made a mistake, right?
You definitely made a
You
mistake.
can put
The
an
problem is
underscore
that
in the entire triplet, man.
yeah, no, the problem is that there are actually two mistakes you can make here.
Really? Tell me about it.
Um, you can have things in the body, right?
No, you can't.
And no, no, no. If you have things in the well, not the body. Actually, yeah. If the body is has something, that's an error. But also, if this list is not empty, if we have multiple clauses, that also should be an error actually.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. Those are two separate errors. We need to differentiate them though. So how are we gonna do that?
Well, there's an easy one. If we do
Grab the body from the middle and let's use the catch.
if we
That
do this,
works.
right?
That works actually. That's fine. This is an error. So this is logger.error. You grab next.lock, don't forget.
If we do next dot lock,
And then you need to pass a string. So what is this? This says that you have uh,
actually,
yes.
actually you should print at least two errors, no? Because if you have multiple bodies, you should show that there are multiple bodies in the error message, ideally.
Sure. That's easy for us. We can do that.
Um,
Yeah, but one of the
right.
bodies is on the middle, so you're gonna have to grab the middle.
The body is a list with locations. Let's go look at the AST for a second.
Yeah, it's already there, line 14.
It's a bunch of decals. A decal
This
doesn't have
should not
location,
be a
right?
triplet, man. But okay, we can change that later.
Right, actually,
This should be a record for sure. Like we have to
yeah,
put.
we have the locations here. That works.
Yeah. No, 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 no. But you need the body from the middle, man, because the list has the second onwards. If you want to report true, you should pick the first and the second, right?
The decal, the first one doesn't have because the entire thing has the location on the first one actually.
Yeah, but we also have the location of the first one, right?
We do. It's the next dot lock.
No, you're right. You're actually right. You are right, my friend. Okay, cool. So that means that um, what is the problem? Oh, you need to put exit one after the semicolon. That's the problem.
Yeah, but now we actually need to do multiple error messages, right?
Yeah, but that's just put double logger dot errors. That's fine.
We need to loop over the bodies actually.
We should loop over the bodies. Eh, okay. That sounds like too much reporting, but okay. Because we're potentially gonna vomit a bunch of text here.
Have multi. That's good. That means the person made a bunch of different bodies in a context where there should only be one.
No, 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 no. I'm not
It's
saying
their
we
own
should.
fault.
No, 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 no. I'm not saying we should not report it. I'm saying that we should not. I'm against the idea of like, oh, you made 500 bodies. I'm gonna report all 500 of them. I should tell you an indication that there are multiple ones, but I don't necessarily have to put a wall of text for you. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe I'm
Medicate.
too traumatized by the JVM, but I don't like walls of
Signature.
text, man. So what's your plan? You're gonna fold over the bodies?
I'm gonna be nice. Logger error second dot lock second body uh, here, and then match remaining bodies with, if it's empty, then whatever. But if there are more, then logger dot error, and then we do. Actually, this won't have a location.
So simply error.
Plus
Semicolon.
um,
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, you want to concatenate strings, that's fine. Don't forget the at.
string of int. Okay. List. This is kinda gross, but whatever.
No, 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 but this is better than a wall of text. I will give you that. Other plus blah 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 other definitions, right? Space other definitions. Semicolon.
Uh,
What's the problem here?
Semicolon goes here, actually.
Um, what?
I'm not sure if we can get away from this.
Okay, but we can immediately test this out. So go to the example program and try to do this case. Let's see how it looks. I'm curious. It actually didn't do
Um,
anything.
that actually didn't do anything.
So it said blah. So that means that he went to the catch-all, right? Uh, Definitely. So we are not matching on 197. We should ask why.
Hmm. That's an excellent question. Why? Happy case many, arity 0, a bunch of them.
Hmm. Why are we not matching on 197? That's the only way this program would behave like this, right? It had to go to the catch-all. There's no way.
Yeah, why is that?
So the head is definitely underscore. The first one is definitely underscore as well. And then you have a list that explicitly saying there's at least one on the head.
And we should still do this regardless, right? In this case, because we have to treat this other case separately.
Yeah, I agree with that. But then you need the head. Yeah, but this is restricting even more. This shouldn't make any difference, yeah. So we are going to the catch-all, man. Oh! No, that didn't make a difference.
No.
Why? Okay, so can you print the catch-all on 210? We have the show, right? We are doing deriving, so we should be able to print that.
print inline show def.
Imagine that we discover a fundamentally broken thing in the parser now. But we tested
And
this
what's
with a
the
plus example.
problem?
It's probably because it's not show, right? You have to do ast.clause.show something. No, it's show probably
Show base.
base. Yeah. Let's go. Okay, printed stuff. So we have to identify. Okay, actually, fuck that. Remove the location.
Remove the location.
Can we do that actually? Module. Wait,
That's a
module?
module. Well, we haven't implemented directives yet, right?
Yeah, but that means that it went all the straight through to line 12, man.
Signature. No, it's because we're reordering things, actually. The directives are at the top, remember?
Ah, fuck me.
Then I have the signature.
No, man, I'm so fucked that we lost the names.
Yeah, no, we're just going to the happy case for some reason.
Okay, so... What? Okay, we are going to the happy case without no warnings whatsoever. So it's definitely 188, right? For sure. But
Yeah.
the empty list there should be the deal breaker, but it's going through it. It's actually going through it. Are we misremembering this? Oh.
I wonder if we are somehow deduplicating those extra bodies that have the same argument list.
Yeah, but the warning is still fucked. It's saying it's going to the warning on 195 and not the one on the other thing. We are deduplicating them. Why?
What if we put this pattern match here
But
so
why
it
should
has
that matter?
priority?
No, no. No, no, that's still types are not supported.
Hmm.
Ah, because you put it a name and a name will make the yeah. No, no, no. Yeah, this yeah, man, we are deduplicating them. Why?
Actually, no, we aren't. We're just. Hmm.
No, no, no. But if you go back to all of them being underscores, they should be exactly the same, but we're not going through the warning, so that means that they are
But
this.
we're printing them many 4 times actually. See?
You're right, actually. So we are printing them 4 times, but they are immediately going to the other thing.
Are they somehow not getting grouped together in the preprocessor? Is that what's happening?
Mm. No, 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 it's the group function. Yeah, group clauses, 200 there. So compare clauses. Um, no, man, they are being grouped together because they have the same name and they have the same rarity, right? That's how you do comparison OCaml. It's a single equals, right?
It is a single equals, yes. Collect definitions.
Yeah, it's 100% true 0, man. You see there, we are creating the multi-declaration there. We say that we have a header, we say we have a first, and you say you have everything else. So I wonder if the grouping is wrong. So what are we doing? We are grabbing the clauses on 243. We remove the comments. We check for empty heads. Then we group them. We should print. We should print after the grouping. That's what we should do. Then we use the concat mapper on the multi-mapper. Yeah, the multi-mapper is the one responsible for the thing, right? It's the one responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so after 246, you should print. That's where we're gonna see what the fuck happened there. But I'm still having a hard time understanding how are we fucking this up so bad because the program plus worked. The program worked. Are we somehow not doing the grouping if they are facts and only if they are full declarations?
But a fact is just a declaration with an empty body.
You would assume to be the case, right? But something is wrong.
We don't have a special case for facts in the AST even.
I believe you. But you can see on the printing on the bottom right there that the manis are being classified differently. They are being classified differently. So why that's the case? Yeah, but this is for a single parcel clause. This didn't assume that you have many more. This is not our case, man. This is not our case. I think the grouping function is fucked. Here's my pitch. If you go back there where you were before, yeah, right here, the line 215 should not be our case, right? Because we have more than one. So we should definitely go to 216. And if the only thing that I can think of is that we are going to 215 for some reason, and that is the one to blame is the grouping, right? Because multi-mapper is called with the result of grouping.
We do a list group.
Returns list of groups, and each group consists of elements judged by equal comparison. So what the fuck does the 0 and the 1 means? Let me go to grouping. So group. Oh, this is from batteries. Okay, so where bet list. Let me find the bet list. There we go. So group. There we go. So uh, if follow combinations are met. Yeah, so CMP, A, and B are 0, they are classified as the same. Okay, so let's go to the grouping function that we have, group clauses. If it's 0, they are the same. So go up a little bit. It's compare clauses, I believe. So it's 0 if they are the same, which is what we're doing, right? On 203. In 203, we're checking.
Maybe. Yeah, no, this should be equal. Or rather, oops. Compare here.
Yeah, so you see on line 203, we are checking that the names are the same, and we're checking that the arrays are the same, and if they are, then we return 0, else 1. What are we smoking here? How this worked before, if this is now wrong? That I don't understand that. I really don't. It must be here, right? You agree with me. This is the only
Yeah.
case where we are creating a multi-declaration with not empty third members of the triplet. Which, okay, so we are going to 215 for some reason. Why are we doing that? Do the following for me. On 213, print the group.
On 213.
before the match.
Actually, before we do that, let me go. Oh, I am already here. Okay. We're trying to compare parser clauses, which means parser clause. We are deriving show. Yes, we are deriving show.
But I'm not deriving ord.
Maybe we should.
But that would be a phenomenal compiler or OCaml bug. If it's trying to compile and if it's trying to compare them and it doesn't know how to compare, how in the fuck was this compiling? We are not comparing them by themselves. We are specifically implementing compare clauses, right? So we are
What
implementing
if,
by hand the comparison.
what if we do this instead? Um, st clause dot compare head, because we have this now, right?
Yeah.
And then we do name equals f1 dot name, and then arity equals f1 dot arity, and we do the same for.
Do you have to do all of this bullshit? Like creating a record from thin air? Can't you just compare F1 and F2 directly then?
No, because they have more stuff.
Oh, we only care about the name and the arity. Okay, try this out. I don't. This should make zero difference, right? Yeah, they are still being classified as separate things. But I guess this is a more idiomatic, so that's okay for me. Do you agree that like?
I wonder if the problem is this actually.
What do you mean, man?
Because this is used for doing sorting, right? Ultimately.
Yeah, but
But our catch-all is saying 1.
yeah, but we should not go to the catch-all in this case. We should go to
No, no,
210.
no, no, no. We should, because this is comparing things that are more than just declarations.
This is comparing things that are more than just declarations. I agree, but the bug that we have right now is only about declarations, man. Like it's literally
Mm,
trying to compare the two heads of the declaration, which is what matters. How would the catch-all interfere with that?
I will try something real quick.
That's not how
And
you do
that's not
that.
the right thing. Yeah,
Yeah, your prologue mode is weird.
there we go. Huh, that still doesn't work actually.
Wait, but it's not printing anymore. Can you go up? We were printing before, right? Some bullshit. Yeah.
Because we were printing the catch-all and the catch-all is dealing with directives.
Ah, yeah, but it's going to the happy case, so it would never print. Yeah, you're right.
Mm,
Man, do you agree with me that like this is nonsense?
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
You said you were doing some sort of sorting. Oh, the canonical order sorting. That's what you mean.
No, the group also sorts actually.
Yeah, man, we need to print
Well,
the group,
kinda.
man. Just go to the multi-mapper and print the group, and then we know who to blame.
All groups are always known empty.
Try putting -1 up there instead of 1. It doesn't make sense, I know, but right now nothing is making any sense. So just run that. Yeah, okay, it's the same. All the examples were talking about -1, so that's why I wanted to try that.
Mm,
Just print the groups in the multi-mapper. That's it.
oops. Print in line, group, And we need to do...
Oh my god. I had a realization.
Okay.
It assumes that it's sorted, man. The group.
What do you mean?
The the list. Man, if this is true, I'm gonna be so pissed. The group clauses, like the list.group operation that we're doing, what if it's assuming that the thing is in a particular order already?
It isn't.
Well, sure. Let's see how far we can go with that. You're not gonna be able to do dot show like that, man, because this is a list. So it means that you have to do the whole bullshit of like fold. We already made a function
List
for that
dot...
somewhere. No, it's gonna have to be a fold. There is a print function, but I don't know how to use it.
List dot...
There
Let's
is a
do...
list.print, but I don't know how to use it.
There is a list dot print.
Yeah, but it's from battery, so you have to like open batteries.bat list, for example. Yeah, I don't know how to use this shit.
First last separator.
And then it comes all of that. I don't know what that is. And there's no documentation, so it's probably something that all OCamlers know how to deal with, and we don't.
Amazing.
Yeah, so let me ask AI. There we go. So how do you use that?
List.foldl. Fun. Accumulator. G. Print and line. G. Group. And the accumulator is unit. There we go. Problem solved.
Okay, so what the heck? What are the groups, man? That's the question. Well, that's huge. We should just do dot content, man. We should not just like show the entire bullshit. Because it's printing location and a bunch of other stuff that we don't care. What if we're just grouping top level declarations and because this is inside a directive it's not grouping? That's gonna be my bet for now.
That actually makes sense.
Obvious in retrospect. We are just dumb. But I thought we
Okay, that
implemented
means...
that properly, man.
That means... No, it's because we had a declaration after...
What?
Actually... Oh, I mean directives after the thing, and I think I just forgot about it when I wrote it originally. Or maybe we removed it accidentally. I don't know. Because I remember we deleted a bunch of code from this module at some point.
No, anyway, we have to group them. If they are directives, you have to apply the grouping. Yeah, but here's the thing. We have to like kind of recursively apply the grouping, right? This function assumes that you already made groups. So we should done in a step before, no? The multi-mapper assumes you already made the groups.
The multi-mapper assumes you already made the group.
Yeah, I think this should be called from the perspective of the previous function. If you know what I mean.
Ah, it's because we're using list group, isn't it?
Ah, yeah, but in that case, what you're doing fixes it, right? Because you just have to match on a directive and call grouping again. Like we didn't thought of this. We didn't think of this, that you have to apply grouping recursively inside the directives. That's the problem. Yeah.
Actually, we have to do this.
Go to parser to compiler function. Because that's the one that matters for us. This is where we are matching directives. Yeah, here. This is where we need to do the grouping, my friend.
But that means actually that function needs to be elsewhere,
Sure,
doesn't it?
just move it.
From declaration,
It's compare
compare.
clauses or whatever. Yeah, those two functions. Yeah, group clauses. Actually grab the entire group clauses, why not?
The entire group
Ah, no,
clauses.
you can't because multi-mapper lives in there as well. Yeah, so just grab the first two and move it up there.
Wait a second. Just
Wow.
grab the first two.
Yeah, the
Okay.
first two, which is compare func and compare clauses. Yeah, we forgot a very crucial thing. We're not grouping inside directives. And we are asking ourselves, what is wrong? And the answer was, this is not gonna cut it. I think it needs to go all the way on the top, man. Because we're gonna use it up there, right?
Mm. Right, this is 81, and this is down
It's
there.
200, yeah. The problem was between the chair and the monitor.
Parser to compiler. No, it's right here actually.
Yeah, so but it's down there, the definition, right? Yeah. Just grab it and put it all the way up there.
What the heck?
Yeah, you lost it. Yeah, that's fine. Something is
What?
broken with your pasting. Where we're copying is broken.
Delete is supposed to... What the
Wow.
heck?
Something is very broken.
Let's try to do this like this. We explicitly yank, we paste...
Wow, Kakuni is fucked up. Emacs moment.
Hmm.
I never seen this before. That never happened. Don't forget to save it before killing it. Does this happen? Like, is that a thing?
No, this is the first time.
Okay, either the keyboard is fucked or Cocoon just had an Emacs moment. There it is.
Right, so I should be able to kill this and paste it
Okay,
here.
okay, so it was an Emacs moment. Cool. Okay, so group them. Group them. But now here's my question for you. Is grouping enough? Should we do the multi-mapper as well? What is the multi-mapper doing again?
We do need to do the multi-mapper actually.
Yeah, so let's just call group clauses, man, instead of whatever the fuck we're doing here. Group clauses already does all of this bullshit, right? Concat map, parser to compiler. Go all the way to the bottom of this, please.
The problem is that group clauses also turns it into clauses. It steps away from the parser clause.
Okay, but removing the comments, which we should also do inside the directive. It's check the empty heads, which we also should do in the thing. Compare clauses, multi-mapper, and canonical order. Yeah, we are doing. I don't remember which one we're doing with the concat map, but we should be doing all of these sequence, right? Definitely.
Yeah, we definitely should do more stuff actually than we currently
Yeah,
are.
so here's my proposal. Grab lines 244 all the way to 248 and make a separate function that you're going to reuse in both cases. Here, down here, and up there. That's my proposal.
Remove comments, empty heads, compare, multi-mapper canonical order. The problem is we'll have to pull multi-mapper as well. Is that a problem?
No. What is collect definitions doing? Maybe we should pull that as well out of this.
Collect definitions just makes a set of the things that are defined,
Who is
but
using it?
I don't think anybody is using it currently, and we're kind of doing the same thing on the actual compiler now as well.
No, so this is redundant.
Yeah, I don't think we need this anymore, actually.
Oh no, we can't. 250. That's the one who's using it. Okay. That's gonna break the shit out of everything, man. I hope you're prepared. Yeah, pull
No,
the
we
multi.
just need to do this, Lemus.
Sure.
And then the only place that's using it is here. We just need to not do this first anymore.
Okay, go back a little bit because then we may be able to reuse group clauses now in the up there directly. Because you're yeah, why not? Tell me.
We should be able to do it, actually.
It is only a problem. What is the type of the body? Check the type of the body, please.
The type of the body.
Yeah, up there. There was a body in a line that I didn't see the number. Yeah, there. 160. What's the type of that? It's parser clause
Parser
list.
clauses.
Perfect. Just call the group clauses from down there. But then you have to put it up here, right? Because it's down there.
Parser to compiler. This is rec, and
Yeah.
this is just a let.
Yeah, grab all of this. And actually, you can improve this. Remove line 232. Remove
232.
yeah,
Oh, right, because we
238
don't.
and 239 can all go away. Yeah, and now move these up there. All of this. It's gonna look beautiful, man. Reusing the code properly. Who would have guessed it? Ah, this is a mutually recursive thing. So change the let rec on 176 to an end. Awesome. So now put no, it's down there.
So actually, that means we can just keep this down there and make this the end. And this one is the let rec up here.
Yeah, that helps the diff.
Yeah, that helps the diff.
Yeah. So yeah, there 160. Man, it's gonna look even better because now you can remove the redundant pipes. That's awesome. So in 160, that's not the correct file. Well, this is the correct file. It's 160. Just call group clauses on 160 and remove the pipes and the sorting and all that shit.
Okay, so group clauses.
Awesome. See if this compiles.
It builds.
Yes. Okay, so we don't know what happened because there's a bunch of prints now. But so there is a print end line somewhere that we're doing that we shouldn't be doing. Logger, compile. Yeah, it's inside the compiler most probably. Yeah, remove that.
I think it's this one.
Yeah, remove. Yeah, put underscore there. Let's see what happens now. But this is still wrong, right?
Oh,
It disappeared. The many cases, they were gone. We did even worse. We got rid of them. They were so fucked up that we got rid of them. So put the print back on. I think that will do it. The print that you just removed.
Okay.
Yeah, so we gotta read this. So let's search for... Man, redirect this to a buffer, and then let's grab for many. Many. Yeah, there it is. Many. Line 7 already.
Okay, it's a multi-declaration. And it has a list of, yeah.
Okay, but why it's
Um,
not being grabbed by our cases there? This is a list with what are the things inside? Um, this
yeah.
is the
This
equals.
is, yeah, this is actually
Not right, right?
not right. I'm taking the body from something that I shouldn't actually.
The body is in the middle. So if you want the body is in the middle actually.
Oops, that's not what I meant to do.
Damn! Yeah, okay, so you have a warning. Types are not supported yet. Ignoring argument types. Great. And then there's the many. Check if the line is correct. Go to the example, please. It's so satisfying
There.
when it works, man. So you have 7. Um, that's actually a pretty good case. Yeah, it's still classifying them as the same. But this is a problem because they are not telling you the warnings. You know why that's the case? Because we are not doing
The
both
error, the
passes.
error has priority.
Yeah. Is that a good behavior?
I mean,
You tell me. I'm asking like I'm thinking about it. I don't have a definite answer. Definitive. What should be the default behavior? Should we tell you all the warnings even though we're gonna also make an report an error later on the same location?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think I agree because it's basically useless the warning, right? Because you're gonna care about the error first. If there is a warning there, who cares? What matters is the error. So
Maybe we should dodge the issue. Take a page out of Zig and say, okay, there are no warnings. It's just an error, actually.
yeah, no, but I think in the case of warnings, in that particular warning that we have up there, I think it's more informative. Like it's coming. Like we are letting you know that you type something that in the future will have meaning, but then now it
I
doesn't.
mean, I mean, we could make it an error, and then the person will know regardless, because it will be in the error message,
Yeah, but maybe he
and
wants
they
to put the type annotations for himself because personally I suffer from that in dynamic languages. If I don't have something like a spec or a schema, I in the next week I forgot what my functions are doing, so I
you
rely
can
on the
make a
schema there.
you can make a comment, Lemus.
That's fair. You can make a comment, but for now I just keep it. I agree that we should not have warnings in the sense of like C warnings, for example, right? Of like, oh, you're doing a dangerous thing, but you're gonna let this pass because we are nice. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah, because in the limit, we would just turn into TypeScript, right? Because TypeScript, I'm not sure if you are aware of it, but there are all kinds of configuration flags in the compiler to make it more or less lenient.
Yeah, we're probably not gonna be lenient at all, right? We are the folks that are saying that you actually you should read Pascal and Code and those people to use our language properly. So we're not being lenient at all. But in the case of warning you of features to come, I think that's a valid use case, especially because you're not gonna have. Uh, well, we may have many of those. I don't know yet. Anyway, we are 1, 2. We are exactly at 2 hours, so we can finish this now and just format the code and make a commit and
There
call it
was
a day.
another error that we should catch as well,
Oh, which
actually.
is the one that you have a body we think you are making a declaration instead of a fact. Let's finish with that.
Yeah, first of all, you cannot have multiple definitions.
Yeah.
And then the other one is, let's copy this actually, because this is gonna be the catch-all, in fact. Um, Error next lock. You cannot have
A declaration.
a body when declaring a predicate in a signature.
Yeah. Remove that and don't forget the exit. Yeah, keep the exit one and remove that. Put a test case of that on line 10 of the program there.
That one is going to happen first, actually. Yeah, we should.
Sure.
There we go.
Awesome. I just don't like that the location is actually pointing to the entirety of it. I would prefer to just point to the functor on the left side of the arrow. I would prefer that, to be honest. What's your opinion about it?
Um, I like having more visibility, but I'm not sure if this will get annoying if the body starts getting long.
It will.
Like,
That's why I
like
think
if
having the name of the functor and having the line number should already be enough. Wow, actually in that case, I'm confused. In this case, it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, which is giving you the line number and the functor. But in the
Do we
case,
have the ability to show multiple lines when the location is long?
no, I didn't implement
That's
that.
why.
Well, but I didn't implement that. It's kind of like I never tested that case before. So is this an accident that just worked miraculously?
I mean, if we do this, yeah, it's the freaking line break.
Oh. Well, but we can mitigate that by just doing what I said and just reporting the location of the functor, right? So where would that happen? That would happen. Yep. On 209, grab the location of the head. You're done.
209, location of the head.
Yeah, so I'm assuming the head has a location, which may be wrong, but let's
It
try
does.
that.
I don't think it does actually.
What is the type of the head? Check for me.
It's a predicate name.
Oh. Um. What about the declaration in the middle? There is
The
a
declaration.
declaration, which is the first, right?
But this also doesn't have a location
In its entirety, could you double check that?
because the multi-declaration as a whole, the next here, right? It already has a location, which is the location of the first one.
Ah, okay, that goes back to the problem that you mentioned before, that functor could have a location by itself.
Yeah,
And then if you do that, then we get around the problem. I think that's fine. Like, it's annoying that if you have a very big long line, you're gonna have a very bad error message. But well, it's a way to punish long lines if you think about
I'm okay with that.
it. Of course, you usually use half of your monitor, so that's fine. Okay, just format the code and let's call it a day. Okay, it's a slow but steady development of this module system because there's so many errors, there's so many cases to take care of. We have to check if you're doing things properly. But for signatures, we just have to do the modules now. Yeah, modules, and then we can just call ourselves for signatures. which is awesome.
And yeah, this, and also I should commit this as well, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna finish the recording.